We are back at Pop-Up Crop up in our crow's nest. We are at the middle of the day. So if we're like, already slightly muggy,
Just
it's
all
okay.
up in our crow's nest.
Yeah, our crow's nest is feeling mug. But we are just having a blast here at Pop-Up Crop. The setup is amazing. If you have an opportunity to come out next year, make sure you do it. It's a super cool
This
deal.
venue's legit. Like, I'm
It is.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't know, the venue changed last minute. It was
Right.
going to be one place, and we're still having the after party there, but like the primary venue had to move, different reasons. I don't know what the other venue looks like. I've never been there. This place is legit.
This place is on point. It's
Yeah.
It'd be
super
hard
cool.
to top it. It's beautiful.
So, yeah, and we're sitting down with somebody who is a friend to the show. He's no stranger, and so we're just give a warm welcome and a warm, loud of applause, sound of applause. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Round
An
of
applause
applause.
sound.
That's it. Sound of applause for Jason Craig. Welcome, Jason, to the show.
All right.
clap,
Hey,
clap,
guys.
clap, clap, clap.
Yeah.
That's
Clap.
the sound of applause.
Clap for me. Thank you. Thank y'all for having me on here.
Totally.
Hey, every time we see your face, we just say we want to talk to that face.
I
Yep.
see your
That's
face a
right.
lot at work.
You do.
Russ, when
Yeah,
he's
that's
sitting
right.
there, he just has his background on his computer.
Right, and tattooed across his chest if he ever takes his shirt off.
Ooh,
So
nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I
Which
see all day,
is
every day.
like 98% of the time. Anyway,
Which he actually got by winning a bet, not by losing a bet. So yeah.
So tell everybody who doesn't know who you are and doesn't have your face tattooed on their chest, who you are, what you do.
So like you said, my name's Jason Craig. I'm an illustrator, designer from Augusta, Georgia. I split time between a full-time gig at Westaboo, which is an art and music festival, and then I kind of do my own thing after that, and I do a lot of stuff. I screen print posters. Like I said, I do a lot of spot illustration.
Yep.
I get accused of typography here and there, but I would never insult people. But it happens if you're a designer.
Yeah.
I just do a little bit of everything.
You are
yeah.
like all the time, right?
Yeah. So I don't sleep a lot, I get up really early and I get at it, and that's what you got to do, I think,
Yeah.
I'm from the Midwest, so I got like a work hard mindset,
Sure.
but I have a job that nobody thinks is hard work, so it's kind of like I have to do double time.
Right.
But
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah,
we should explore that a little bit later.
yeah, it's just like I'm just trying to keep my story moving forward,
Yeah.
And
Sure.
so if you stop doing it, nobody will do it for you.
Yeah.
So.
And you kicked off the Pop-Up Crop with as the first speaker.
Yeah.
And you came out swinging. What did you say to everybody when you first got up this morning?
Well, I told them when I got out there, I asked them if they'd ever jumped out of an airplane, and a few of them raised their hands. Like, well, I've never jumped out of an airplane, but I'm pretty sure when you do, you go all at once.
Yeah.
And so that's how I start my day. I wake up, my feet. Once my feet hit the floor, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like everybody else. I'm like, oh, not today.
Mm-hmm.
And then once my feet hit the floor, I go.
Yeah.
And so there's no easing into it. It's not a hot tub. I jump in, and then I usually run until it's time to stop. So
you run until you can't.
run until you can't. A friend of mine said, "Show up until the work is done."
Yeah.
And so
Sure.
Dude, that's awesome.
So
Every
what?
day.
How do you balance that? Because you have a wife, right?
Yeah, I have a wife and kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
What do you do to like recharge or make sure that you're part of your family too?
Yeah. So I ran into a problem a couple years ago where it was actually about 2015 when me and Uncle Sam became really good friends.
Yeah.
And I just worked my ass off, and it was like I would come home from work and I'd eat dinner and then I would sit down and work and just until it's time to go to bed. And I did that for like a year, and that balance got so out of whack. It almost ruined my life,
Uh-huh.
And so I just kind of started like rebuilding, like getting a new mindset about it and looking at it a different way. And a buddy of mine out in California is like, man, you need a hobby. And it took forever to figure out something, but I started riding bikes. And it was one of those things I always wanted to do and never, it just didn't click,
Okay.
Well, then I just got this bike and started riding, and then I found some friends to ride with, and it turned into this good thing. It was like getting out and exercising, and while I'm doing it, I'm not like scheming up, oh, how could I make jerseys for this, and like another dude made the logo for us, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, no, and I was like, that's
let it happen.
cool.
Roll.
So you're talking bicycles
like
or
a bicycle,
motorbikes?
not like a
okay.
bicycle.
So I was
like
thinking like a motorcycle.
Nah, like bicycles. Like
Nice.
we meet up at the bar and take off and ride 20 miles or so, and come back and have a drink, and then on Wednesday I ride with my wife,
Nice.
and so and that has been a good thing because the phone's put down for a while, and you get out there, and it's something I didn't expect to be doing,
Yeah.
and so that's been really important to me. and then I just, while I'm working during the day, I just really, really like, I appreciate my time, and so working at home, working for yourself is difficult. I got a few rules for it, and one of them is I get dressed, which is easy because I dress like how everybody dresses their 3-year-old boy, like some cargo shorts and a black T-shirt.
Yeah, right.
But I get dressed and then I don't day drink. I don't turn on the TV. I mean, when I'm working, and so and I got a lot of work to do. So you just stay at it, and then at 5:30, it's like a clock out and get up and fix dinner, and it's family time.
Nice.
So I'm not one of those people that prides myself on working late. I pride myself on getting it done. On time. So
it's just the regiment of
it really is
pushing and always going.
Yeah, not taking a day off when you're not supposed to take a day off.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I love it. All right,
let's play a game. All right, here we go. So basically, you've heard the show before.
Yeah,
we are masters of categories. So today you're going to be the master of a category. You're just going to randomly choose that category.
Man, this could go well or go really bad.
It'll go well. It'll go well.
That's like us every week though on our regular show.
So just pick a token and let's do it.
All right, if it's gaming, I'm through.
Calculated randomness.
Oh my God,
man, you win.
I win. Y'all got the randomest MFer on the planet right here.
Anything. Just tell us something that you think is
sweet.
cool, new, noteworthy,
You're the
whatever.
master.
All I got to do is tell y'all something cool, new, or noteworthy. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see. To me. Oh, to me, not to the world.
You.
To me.
No, to me, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Wow. Now, maybe I did fail. Let's see. It's
the curse of no box.
Yeah, you don't have a box to work in now.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't even have a prompt to work from. Okay, I got one for you. So, whenever I was in high school, we had multimedia class, right?
Sure.
Okay.
We kind of renovated the high school, and they got us our own little TV studio. Mm-hmm. And so, I got to be the first person to have my own show on we had a TV channel that was like local, and you turn it on. Well, I had like the coach's show, and so I'd interview the coach after every game. Well, then that turned into like going and doing like play-by-play for the games and stuff like that. Well,
you became an announcer.
Yeah, I became an announcer,
nice.
And so which I still do. I eventually started. I announce roller derby and things like that now.
Nice,
but they said, well, if you guys are going to be out there doing all these sports, you need to go do the girls' basketball game. And the girls' basketball team on that time was it was like they were getting beat like 100-0. It was so bad. And I was like, all right, we got to go out. We got to be fair. And me and my buddy were up there kind of like y'all. We're just having a good time and like making jokes and stuff, not thinking anybody's watching this thing because it's like the public thing. But it's like 4,500 people in my town, and apparently they were all watching it.
Glued to it.
And so we got done, and they like, I got like my phone was ringing at home. Like my parents were like, you've got a lot of calls, and the superintendent of the school called, and I got the call in the school, and my teacher was like, you need to be at school first thing in the morning, and they're like, you will never ever be on TV or behind a microphone ever again in your life after last night. And I was like, oh my God, what did he say? And like we had to sit down and watch the whole thing. And a lot of times when I'm talking, even now, it's like I just talk, and it's like something will come out, like stream of consciousness, And so I was like, that was my first like episode of just stream of consciousness, just rambling on like I'm doing now. And they're like, this will never, ever happen again. And so, hey, here I am. Superintendent of schools was wrong. Guidance counselor was wrong because I'm still doing it.
Is there like a specific thing that you said that really stands out to you?
Oh, my God.
Like, look at Becky. She's taking the ball down.
Dumb.
What's up with her hair lately?
Yeah, it was
you guys seen her?
Like somebody fell, and I was like, I think she tripped on a jellyfish. I mean, it was just anything, like just ran. It was just the dumbest,
I want to watch that. Can you find that clip?
I wish I
and we
had
can
it,
watch
man.
it?
They like burned that one from like the Smithsonian's got that in a vault, like welded shut.
I love that concept of you just sitting up there feeling like you have to fill the air, and so you're just going to keep talking.
Just saying whatever you got to say.
And the other dude that was with me was just kind of like going with it, but he was so nervous, and I was just like, let's have fun. Nobody's going to care. I mean, who's going to watch this?
One's even watching
Nobody's
this.
even at the game.
Yeah.
Did you say that into the mic?
Oh my God, yeah. It's like attendance is a staggering 4. I mean, it was just, I was so like... just and it was, and it was like, oh, people's parents are watching this. I was like, oh yeah, and, and their grandparents are watching. I was like, oh yeah.
No.
I was like, you want me to go on TV and apologize? Like, no, we just said you're done.
You're literally not getting in front of the camera ever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you and support you and what you're doing.
So I'm on Dribble, but I like Instagram the best. Jason the 29th. Hit me up. I love interacting with people on Instagram. It seems to be the best medium for designers on it. I'm on Twitter, but I don't really understand Twitter.
Sure.
I don't understand Facebook. Really interaction I like is face to face. And it's like today I was like walking down the street and like guy's got a Draplin shirt on and he looks at me just kind of like nods like I know who you are and I'm just nodding at you and I'm like, man, stop and say hey, because I'll go to lunch with you. Don't just nod and then 5 minutes later follow me on Instagram. Like if you see me out, just grab me because we'll go have a good time. So
nice.
Yeah, and you'll pay.
Yeah,
and I'll pay because I'm one of those ballin' rich designers that has unlimited,
unlimited funds. You can write that off.
One of the four.
Yeah. Right. No, I did actually, truthfully, I did what every good designer and smart designer should do, and I married well.
Yeah.
So do that, and you can buy lunch all the time.
There you go.
That's true.
There you go.
That's perfect.
Tell me about your shirt real quick.
Oh, my shirt. Okay, so I'm big on getting stuff. I keep quoting this random buddy, but a friend of mine, he said, if it ain't custom, you ain't custom.
Okay.
And so I like to get custom shirts made. And so this is my crew I've been rolling around with I've been here since Monday in Austin. And so it says Craig and Mulkey and Lucas and Jenkins and Steely and Dawson. Yeah. And so just running through this little list here. Craig is me. Mulkey is my wife. That's Veronica. Lucas is my cousin. Me and her grew up like brother and sister, and she flew all the way down here from Illinois.
You mentioned in her talk, right?
Yeah. I showed a naked picture of her. That's the thing. Nobody noticed. I showed a naked picture of my cousin in my thing.
If you want to see her with her shirt on.
Yeah, nobody's like, there's a naked picture of her. And so I showed that. But that's my cousin, and then her husband, who's really cool, Troy Jenkins, and then Brian Steely, and then Matt and Ariadna Dawson. We're all we're staying in the house together, and we've been here since Monday, just kicking it. And I thought I would leave an impression on Austin, but I don't think so. I think this town's already pretty.
Has it left an impression on you?
Yeah. I love Austin.
It's
your first time.
It's my first time. I literally like two things. One, I haven't had a bad thing to eat or do. Like everything's cool. And two, this town smells so good. It's crazy. Like you go to towns and it's like they don't smell good.
Sure.
Like I'm not gonna name any because I might have to go there and talk.
Oakland.
But
we have no issues naming places.
But this town smells great. It's like they go around spraying like deodorizer on everything. Like if there's a bum laying in the street, they're like spraying him down.
Well, they have a team
it's like great.
cleaning stuff.
I
noticed that walking to lunch is like 4 or 5 people all in red shirts like cleaning stuff up, and it's like
this town smells
where
great.
Where are we?
Yeah, I just want to roll around on the ground and go home smelling like Austin. It's
there
great.
You go. Good luck.
And you said
good luck.
And you did say this before the show, but you're about to experience your first MondoCon as well.
That's true. Yeah, tomorrow, MondoCon. Yeah, that's going to be good. It's kind of cool because earlier this year I had an event where we showed the 24x36 documentary, which is mostly about MondoCon.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so we had like 100 people show up and watch that movie, and now to get to go, it's gonna be really cool.
It's a good time. Man. So we'll hang out there too.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
man.
that's right.
All
Thanks,
dude. Man, thanks for taking time and chatting with us. Did you say where everyone can find you?
Jason the 29th on Instagram, or just come and find me. You know what? Come to Augusta.
There you go.
Now that's the way to do it. Just come to Augusta.
If you're listening to this, just drive to Augusta.
Just drive to Augusta. Yeah.
Not right now.
I used to.
You're not there.
No, I used to give out my phone number, and that's a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, just call me.
We'll give it out later.
Yeah. Do it.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank y'all.